Coach, did last night's preseason game make it a little bit more difficult for the guys on the bubble?
Well, no, what it is, last night's game, like I told the players, is very difficult. And every foreign game that the NBA team plays has always been difficult. One, to get ready for mentally. I thought our turnovers were indicative of that. And again, I thought the starters played so-so. We had some horrendous turnovers, a lot of turnovers. But I thought the younger group came in and everybody came in and contributed, whether it's Will Cherry, Greg Stiesma, Bruno, and Lucas. I thought they played excellent, in that setting and to come and compete to win a game. So, but those games are most difficult to play in and also the most difficult to judge, the level of play.
Speaking on the starters, Terrence Ross, was it your game plan to try and get him more involved by himself and kind of getting him in isolation?
No, not necessarily. And that was one of our downfalls. That I thought the ball stuck too much. Everybody that caught it wanted to put it on the floor. Everybody caught it, put it on the floor. And before you know it, if everyone does that, the shot clock is gone. So we got to do a better job of moving the ball and getting our rhythm offensively, where one guy doesn't have to stand and bounce, and try to raise up and go one-on-one. If you have to do that, you got to get off the ball and make a pass. And it wasn't only Terrence, it was everybody. I think we were all guilty of that, and that's something we worked on today and talked about today.
Can that be a tough part of this year? These guys all summer have been working on their ball handling, particularly Terrence. Now it's like, okay, rein it in.
Right, no question. That's the hardest thing to do, Eric, is to go from individual workouts to team play. And it's very admirable. The guys worked on ball handling, shooting the three, and all that stuff. But now, what can we contribute? What can we do to take that I worked on this summer and contribute to team play and for us winning? What is going to help us win? Is it going to be my three-point shooting? Is it going to be my attacking driving? Is it going to be my passing? But that's the hardest thing to do is how can I change that to team play?
Tough it as a coach when you get down to final cut time, especially when the guys that fit in have been good guys. Just that whole process, how tough?
It's very difficult. It's the hardest thing to do in sport is to bring a guy in to say, hey, you're not good enough to make our team, or right now is not a good time. I don't think it's ever a guy's not good enough. That's not, the timing may be bad for whoever it is, because all three of our guys are NBA players that we brought in this year, but over the years, that's the hardest thing to do is come in, bring a guy in and tell him and have that talk. I hate it because I know how hard guys work. I know, how dreams are made, and I know how dreams are broken. And I'm always one of the optimists. I love a guy who's that guy on the end of the bench who's worked and scrapped and tried to make his career. That's very difficult to do.
That said, are you leaning one way more than another?
We'll talk about it, and it wouldn't be appropriate for me to talk about how I'm feeling right now or how the organization is feeling right now, and before the time is right.
Presumably Lucas has some catching up to do after missing all that time. Does it help him to have that experience playing professionally for 6 years in Spain?
I really, and it came out last night, Josh, in the fact that the way he read situations, the way he screened and rolled to the bucket, he got to the right spots at the right time, and it's just through experience of playing. He's played a lot. His advantage over Bruno right now, he's played more meaningful games and bigger games than most young guys. So that showed last night. Again, like I've always said, the number one thing he and Bruno have to do is get physically stronger. And he's never going to be a beast or anything like that, but just get his core strength and just get naturally stronger to handle the bumps and grinds of the NBA game.